Hello you and welcome to the last daily rundown of the week with me, Dan Morfitt. Tonight we'll be discussing, amongst many things, leaflets, Trump, potholes, asthma, and we have some great music later on as well from Zach Rogers. It's everything you want from a rundown of all the daily stories. But first, let's welcome tonight's guests. Man of silky beard and strong hair game, as the Americans would say, it's comedian Stephen Armstrong.
Oh, thank you very much, Dan.
Strong hair game.
Thank you very much. Right back at you.
No, thank you very much. Cossack hairspray. And welcome back to the Blue Bonkettes. Man of silky beard and strong hair game. Sorry, I've already done that bit. Lovely singer and comedian Ruth E. Cockburn.
Yeah, well done.
Didn't say Cockburn.
No, you didn't, did you?
No, I'm better than that.
Yeah.
Stephen and Ruth, thanks for spending your time with us on the Daily Rundown tonight. And don't forget, you can get involved too, so it's not just three of us yakking away. Join in the conversation on Twitter, at The Daily Rundown, that's squiggle The Daily Rundown, or at the very least, give us a follow. You can also find us on Habbo Hotel, Micro BBS, and Ashley Madison too. Right, let's look at our first story about a man who is finally on the wane. Donald Trump faced a humiliating defeat in Wisconsin this week for the Republican presidential nomination in America. But up next is his hometown, New York, New York. And the reception he has received so far from the New Yorkers is very warm. Now, it seems we cannot escape the man, so if you can't beat them, join them. In celebration, I think, of Mr. Trump, Ruth, you've got a song for us.
I do, yes, I do.
Sing the song about Trump.
Sing!
Sing!
My angel of music.
Trump is quite a spectacular man. So this is when he met Nellie the elephant. Yeah.
We'll go with that.
Yeah, there you go. Nellie the elephant saw Donald Trump and she said hello to the circus. She said, Trump, Trump, Trumpety, Trump, 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 Trump. She said, Nellie the elephant, you've nothing on me. I've got a bigger trunk, yeah, y'all can see. I climb to the top of my golden tower. I give all America a golden shower, 'cause I'm Trump, Trump, Trumpety, Trump, 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 Trump. Will you be our American boy? American boy. I hate the immigrants and Muslims too. If you're a bit brown, I probably hate you. I make sweeping statements about women and gays. I don't listen to the answers. God said it's okay. I'm pro-life. I think women should be punished. Women's rights, psh, that's just rubbish. Women have no value outside what you can see. Women just want money and pieces of me, 'cause I'm Trump, Trump, Trumpety, Trump, 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 Trump. Will you be our American boy? American boy. I like traditional marriage, but that's just me. See, I'm well practiced because I've had 3. I marry models when they're in their prime. As soon as they're old, I tell them, you're 5. I'm a massive fan of building walls. Shame that one in Berlin had to go and fall. I'm busy mates with that man Putin. Shame I'm not gay, because damn, that man's cute. Yeah, I'm Trump, Trump, Trumpety, Trump, Trump, Trumpety, Trump. Will you be our American boy? I've got a hair like a Disney villain. In my bank, yeah, I got billions. My gun legislation will make a killing. It's so sick, you'll make need penicillin. Oh, na 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 na. Oh, he's the Terminator and we're John Connor. We want him to quit, but he's not gonna. You're all hoping it's an April Fool, but he's here to stay, so the joke's on you. Or take me on a trip I'd like to go someday. Take me to New York, I'd love to see LA. I really want to see America soon, before he's our American boy, American boy.
Ruth E. Cockburn.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I liked your bit of Kanye in the middle. That was very, very cool.
Lemon or guar blood.
Pardon?
Yeah.
And Estelle as well, of course, who you sort of borrowed that song.
I borrowed, yes.
Yeah.
I'm sure she won't mind. I'm not sure if she's a Trump fan.
Well, I can't work out from the lyrics. Are you a Trump fan?
Oh yeah, totes, babes.
I think you're lying a little bit.
I like Hairspray.
He's got amazing hair.
It is fabulous.
For a man with strong hair game, Stephen, do you like the Trump hair?
No, I think it looks like it was originally on an orangutan. I think that
Don't be
Donald
mean
Trump-
to the orangutans.
The orangutan, that would be a brilliant, that would be my favourite animal. If we had a
The orangutan.
The orangutan, that would be excellent. But I just think it's, no, I'm not a fan of Trump. And the hair game he gives is poor hair game. Don't believe in Trump. He's not worth it. L'Oreal, just, no. Donald Trump, I think that Ruth has said it both lyrically and just better than I could ever. But yeah, Donald Trump is a horrific car crash waiting to happen.
Oh, that's a bit harsh, I think.
No, I think that's polite. My only hope is that there was a video surfaced of Trump in about I think it was in the early 90s, where he said if he was to ever run for a president, he would run on the Republican ticket because he could just win with fear.
They were the most stupid.
And they were the most stupid, yeah.
And it seems to be working for him.
I did have a weird conspiracy theory that he was running to sort of give Hillary the best chance of getting in, because it's quite widely known that him and Bill Clinton are friends, and they've been seen together at fundraisers for many, many years. And
so maybe there's something in it business-wise.
But I can't see that happening now. He's also reneged on a deal that he made before the start of the publicity trail and the nomination trail, where they all signed, I think, affidavits, which when if you lose the nomination, if you don't win, you have to back the eventual front runner.
Yeah.
And he's gone back on that already and gone, no, if I'm not president,
He's throwing his teddy out at the
if
pram.
I'm not the Republican candidate, I might go on my own, and he could split the vote again.
Oh dear.
It's
all quite worrying.
I do. I think generally, yeah. Oh dear. Just generally, I think it's either going to be the election is either going to be a massive joke on America or America's massive joke on the rest of society. My main fear is I really hope there isn't any kind of attack or anything around that sort of time, because I think with fear. That plays into his hands.
But by the sounds of it, if an attack came from anyone, it would be inside America. He's sort of divided the nation into little pockets of...
And he's trapping them all inside with a wall.
Yes. Yeah, he is. And he doesn't seem to... I mean, he read off an auto cue for the first time last week.
Oh, did he manage?
He did. He managed.
Could he read?
To do that. He did. He managed to do it, but he also described Obama as the worst thing to happen to Israel in history, and described Angela Merkel as the worst chancellor Germany has ever had.
Wow.
That's dismissing somebody else.
I think surely there's only ever a competition for the second worst. I think that top spot has been locked in for quite some time, but he just doesn't seem... But he seems to make these mistakes. I mean, this is a man who openly said at one of his rallies, I could go out onto the street and shoot somebody and still get the election. He just seems to say whatever he wants. He was
also saying, if you want to hit that man, I will pay his legal bills.
Yeah.
At a rally. And I know they're called rallies, but the word rally and politics always sounds a little bit ominous for me.
Yeah.
Well, he did get all of his supporters to raise their arms in salute and support, but they chose to raise their right arms at a rally, and it just everywhere you turn there are more and more worrying signs.
Ultimately, though, as we are talking about Donald Trump, and he likes being talked about more than anything else, it's got nothing to do with us. Surely we have to let the democratic process in the 50 states of the USA take its course. If he gets the Republican nomination, he's going to be standing, possibly against Hillary Clinton, although Bernie Sanders is coming up strong.
They're all terrifying. They're all frightening. Sorry, that's my default setting. It's all frightening.
It's all terrible. I'm going to write a song about it.
It's so too scary.
But I think that's an attitude to have. Yeah, I mean, I think if we were a little bit more worried, there is a suggestion that Donald Trump is just the realization of what happens when you don't educate your children. So it's like, for instance, the children who Connor is not annoying. He's He's just exploring the possibilities by drawing on your walls. You know, this culture where children can do no wrong and everybody is the best.
Steiner School.
Yeah!
I love a Steiner School.
Yeah! Donald Trump is that. He's the bestest. I'll be the most presidential president you've ever seen. I'll do the best. He's a man who likes to write his name on things.
It's mine now. I've put my name on it.
That's it. It's just...
They've got form though in America. They once elected a former cowboy from the golden age of Hollywood to the White House with Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
And Nancy Reagan, his first lady, was also a film star of minor repute. They've got form on doing this. So voting in
the Terminator.
The Terminator in California married into the Kennedy clan.
Yes.
But he couldn't be president because he wasn't born there.
Yeah.
But Donald Trump...
Wouldn't that be amazing though if he was?
That would have been... People would have been scared.
Yeah.
Could you imagine him going to a G7 conference in a leather jacket?
Oh yeah. That's the politics I want to see.
Pump action shotgun and a bunch of roses. That's how the Terminator would do it. But not that he would take a gun. But it just seems a little bit weird that the Americans don't really, and we are generalising by going the Americans. It's only about 380 million people.
Yes.
The Americans don't seem to know the difference between that small box in the corner of their room and what happens in their main legislature. At the same time, though, we've had Glenda Jackson go into politics, Giles Brandreth go into politics. We've got Anna Soubry, who used to be on This Morning years and years ago. We're not averse to doing it ourselves. If you've been
It's not Hollywood, though, is it?
No, but
it's just a little bit more.
It's more BBC Television
Centre
Centre or the Countdown Studio for us, but we still elect those famous.
Because it's like when you see the same people on television all the time because we've seen them, we know them. So let's put them in.
You recognise their faces.
I've seen him in a film. He'd be nice in a suit, wouldn't he? Let's put him on.
Yeah, it is. Let's not forget.
He can read lines. Let's put him up.
Let's not forget that we're sitting here in 2016 and we already know that in 2020, Kanye West is running for president. Now, I agree. I think that we
Is that a thing?
He announced it. He said a thing. And we know that Kanye says a lot of things.
Yeah.
Cheesy in the White House. I like that.
I just think that Kim Kardashian as the first lady.
She's got the wardrobe for it.
You know,
Little Northwest.
A compass direction as a child in the White House. It's just I think as Ruth says, it's just we've got used to their faces. Let's not discount that. We might be heading towards a country where Paul Hollywood is our Prime Minister and Mary Berry is, Food Minister.
I like the idea of Kanye running in 2020 because then gives you the chance to do that song again. With a few minor tweaks. If you do get the chance, search online for Donald Trump's Art of the Deal. It's a great movie done by Funny or Die about his life. It's very funny. And Johnny Depp as Donald Trump is the role of a lifetime. Right, time for a quick break now, but the three of us will be back in just a couple of minutes to discuss more of the news here on the Daily Rundown. Get the kettle on, 2 sugars please after the day I've had, and I'll see you in a couple of minutes.